Good afternoon to you all. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things, man. So, as you can see, today's message will be concerning William from the hit show in the early 2000s, of course. Well, the hit show Girlfriends in the early 2000s. Now, if you can recall, or if you haven't watched this show, the reruns still come on all the time to this day. But William was somewhat of the fifth girlfriend, if you will. You know, he was the friend to all of the women on the show. He also served as an excellent male comedic relief, I would say, on the show, oftentimes finding himself in some strange and precarious positions simply by him being led. Now, to give some brief context on the show itself, it was about a group of middle-aged young women and how they dealt with everyday life and its various obstacles and circumstances. Now, the show oftentimes preached women empowerment and strong feminism, but I like the show because it showed this aspect of it, but it also showed the consequences and the hardships of the emotional and the brash decisions oftentimes made by women, showing them continuously bumping their heads time and time again due to them simply insisting that they lead their lives, and the males, they simply have to fall in line with their agenda. This show was almost a forerunner. The show itself was really ahead of its time, not just William. Lord, this came right out of today's handbook. But back to William and how it relates to the new age male. Follow me. So William, he was a successful black male. He was a senior partner at a law firm. They were also various episodes where the women alluded to William being well endowed. So he had that going for him. They oftentimes be joking, calling him Big Willie and this, that, and the third, And on top of all this, he had intercourse with two of the four women. And he also had some various other girlfriends on the show, some nice little pieces. So William was doing this thing now. But why is this important? Because according to the New Age male's philosophy, or their definition of success in terms of relationships with women, William is a winner. William is a winner because the average mindset is simply to have intercourse with this woman at all costs. It really doesn't matter if you sacrifice manhood, if you get belittled, if you get disrespected. These individuals, I would say, almost have that Malcolm X spirit by any means necessary. Hey, y'all Malcolm X, man, when it come down to the shawty, man, by any means. But check me. So William was very feminine. Oftentimes being mistaken for being a member of the community. He would be seen as this by other masculine male figures on the show. He would be the listening ear oftentimes to the woman. He would be their partner in crime on missions. He would literally hold the pom-poms and be their best cheerleader in life. He would take a back seat when the men that these women really were attracted to, when they came into their lives, he would take the back seat and almost settle for just being that B option to both Joan and Lynn, just being something that they simply settled for. And, each time he was waiting there with open arms, just like little dudes that I see oftentimes in real life. Even worse, these women would be ashamed of him oftentimes, failing to claim him during conversations. They would constantly override his opinion, and he would just have really no other option but to just catch an attitude and sit there and be quiet, whine about it a little bit, and then they would get back together. He was constantly in position to where he would be dominated by Joan, Lynn, even the little police girlfriend, the other shawty he had that worked with Joan. Man, every relationship he was consistently being dominated, And The woman was his lead. You know, he constantly bending, folded to their will consistently. You know, somewhat of that happy wife, happy life type stuff. You know, I know this sounds very familiar to a lot of you guys out there. Like, what did he do wrong? What are you saying? I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. But as I analyzed his character on the show and I began to look at his tendencies, his storyline and character arc, it became increasingly clear to me that this character was ahead of his time. Now, this character was ahead of his time because this very mentality is that of the average male in today's society. I should explain that just because your mannerisms and your voice is masculine, you can still bear the same spirit as William in your relationships. Now, how is that, you ask? I mean, it happens every day. And just pay attention to, the thugs or the gangsters or the dudes that's supposed to be masculine in real life, they both getting treated the same. No respect. Their opinion has no dominion whatsoever over the actions of their woman. They are constantly the sidekick to this woman. They're just happy to be with her. Constantly getting disrespected time and time again in almost every way. And they still take her back because they got a love thing going on. Y'all think it's cute that y'all got a toxic relationship. We just so toxic. It's the best when we make up though. Sounding ridiculous. But it is what it is, man. That's my take on it. Ladies, gentlemen, y'all jump in that comment section and let me know what y'all think concerning this subject. Do y'all agree or do you disagree? Let me know. But until next time, you guys certainly be blessed. One.